This movie is gonna be insane. So the trailer opens up with Mary walking towards the null zone located within Clark's basement. We see behind her that their lights are still on, showing that the store is in fact still open. We then cut to see some wind chimes, which have always been shown to symbolize Ivan Beck, which I find very interesting. We also see around her all the junk, showing that this happens way after Clark gets lost in the complex. She puts her hand to the wall and, of course, faces through the null zone. We then hear Still Life kick in, and I'm sorry, I just gotta say this. Hearing official parts of the web series OST in a movie trailer is insane. I can't believe that Still Life is actually going to be played on the big screens. It's so surreal. Just like last time when the sign motif was played when the async workers appeared. It's peak. Anyways, Still Life kicks in, and we see that the room that would have the furniture is empty, showing Clark took it all out. Speaking of which, we then see Clark walking down some sort of cheap apartment property before he knocks on the windows of one of his friend's house. He asks them for the camera, and we then see the recording footage. One of the two friends asks what Clark is even doing down here, to which he says, research. We see footage of a new room we haven't seen yet, before seeing a dead seagull on the floor. Then springs to life, and we cut to a flock of seagulls flying in what I presume to be the parking lot of Captain Clark's Ottoman Empire. We get a view of an old man shaking a beer bottle for whatever reason, before seeing the shot of Clark opening the hatch in the door. We see that he pulled out the bag, and sees an async worker tag. Once again, seeing all these cult classic internet niches make it onto the big screen is so cool. It looks like the researcher that the cards belong to is gonna be played by Mark Duplass, disproving the theories that he was gonna play Ivan Beck, sadly. We then cut back to Clark walking into the room with his security camera, yada yada yada, before seeing a new area again. It's actually an area of Kane's pool rooms, and there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a nook up in the wall with a few small chairs, and to the left is a tunnel, with the most notable thing in this shot being the strange human face in the wall. I find this very interesting, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we haven't seen any accurate recreation of a human inside the complex yet, aside from maybe Still Life. So this is a really cool thing that it managed to recreate a human face this accurate. This hallway is also very dirty, probably even more dirty than the Still Life hype in found footage 3. We see Clark running through the entrance room, as I'm gonna call it, and we see the lack of any tape on the wall, showing that this is the first time he ever went into the complex. He runs towards where the null zone would be, and we then see more handheld footage of a room with 3 couches clipping through the floor. For a few frames, you can also see another huge pile of chairs, suggesting that this area might be on what's on the other side of the huge pile of chairs from the other trailer. We then see the infamous shot of Mary looking around the confined neighborhood room, and we then see something very odd. We see Clark's 2 friends battling each other, and I do not know why. It might be a Blair Witch Project situation, where they all get slowly more insane as time goes on, but I'm just honestly not too sure this could possibly fit into the story about. We then for a few frames see Mary creeping into the cramped hallway from the other trailer. A shot of Clark and Mary in the complex together appears on screen, and they're looking down a hallway blocked by a chair. I don't know why their faces are like that, as they could go down any hallway, so I don't know why this is the one that enchants them. We also see a speaker on the wall, possibly being the same ones from found footage 3 that plays Still Life. Or maybe we'll get a new complex generated song, which would be really neat to see. After that shot ends, we get a few shots, each of 3 frames long, showing different scenes. The first one is some sort of blue neon environment, which I find very strange, as the only other time we've seen this neon blue was Peter's time skip, strangely enough. So I don't know what's going on here. We then see a shot of someone looking through a window into another room, with these rather splendid paintings on the other side, I must say. The next shot we see is a decayed hazmat suit inside what is very clearly the Still Life hive from found footage 3. I'm not sure, but it's possible that this suit is that of Mark Duplass's character, but it's not confirmed, obviously. We then see a shot of one of Clark's friends getting pulled up against the tunnel with the rope. Nothing new here. The next shot, however, shows another one of Clark's friends running away from something, and there's a lot going on in this one. First of all, there's this weird liquid spilled on the floor, and I don't know if it's blood or not. I want to say it isn't, though, as it doesn't really have a red tint. So that could mean this could be some sort of life form juice, which, now that I'm saying it in the script, that does not sound good. The other thing going on in this is that for these few frames, this weird sort of blob retreats from her, and I'm not too sure what it is. It might be just a curtain, but it's really strange, and I don't know what to make of this. We then see a shot of someone opening a door, and the trailer ends. In terms of the story, I don't think that much new has been revealed, aside from that Mary and Clark eventually meet up. I will say that this trailer only focuses I will say that the fact that these trailers only focuses on the complex itself and not on the life forms is really cool, because the complex at the end of the day is the main focus of the series, and the life forms are just to get viewer retention. I'll also mention the ARG stuff, which, although hasn't amounted to much as of yet, is still pretty cool. I wish I could go to the pop-up in America. I wish I could go to the pop-up backrooms in America too, but unfortunately, I don't really want to go into a country like that. But seeing the caveman cut out in real life must be really cool though. In conclusion, I cannot wait for Redhead's Still Life.